A group of weary adventurers make their way into town. They have just received their hard-fought gold from their previous mission. They are looking for a tavern for respite for the evening and a place to invest some of their hard-fought earnings. But at this large tavern, where you would expect it to be full of light and cheer and laughter, the windows are instead dark at a time where many people would be there. Paladin draws her broadsword and kicks in the door to see what is going on. You are now playing Dungeons & Dragons. Hello everyone, my name's Tanner Johnson here at Well Played, here to tell you a little bit more about the history and how to play Dungeons & Dragons and how to help you get a little bit more into it here at Well Played. Dungeons & Dragons has been an icon in nerd and popular culture ever since the early 70s. In 1974, the game was first published by Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson, where they had played in their own home game and developed it for many years before that. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the advancement that it's made throughout the years. In 1997, the game was purchased by Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast. The game has now been brought to the forefront in its 5th edition and now has millions of people playing it all across the globe. Dungeons & Dragons is a role-playing game. That means that the players, which is everyone who is not the Dungeon Master, will be embodying a very specific role. Perhaps you're playing a dwarf who wields a battle axe, a elven archer, or perhaps a human mage, or any combination of anything in between. The Dungeon Master will be playing all the other roles that you would run into the town, whether it be the sheriff, the tavern keeper, or the mysterious wizard that you are to fight in order to achieve your mission. To play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, you honestly don't need a whole lot of things to get you started. The base player's handbook will tell you all you need to know about how to play the game. You need a simple set of dice that range anywhere from the very painful to step on D4 to the very iconic D20. A Dungeon Master's Guide is a good assistant to whoever is going to be running the game, but not 100% necessary. There's many PDFs and online material that will assist them in their goal to help the players have a wonderful game. And then beyond that, all you need are a couple of character sheets and some friends to play the game. Your Dungeons & Dragons character sheet will tell you everything you need to know about how to be a player in your Dungeon Master's game. Every character is going to have a base set of 6 statistics, 3 of which are physical: your strength, your dexterity, and your constitution, and 3 of which are mental: your intelligence, your wisdom, and your charisma. Depending on how high or low the statistic is, that will inform you how you are to play your character and what your strengths and weaknesses are in the game. If you're a very strong and strapping individual, then you're going to describe yourself as someone who is broad-shouldered and someone who carries themselves very strongly and doesn't back down from a challenge. Or instead of being an incredibly strong individual, you might be very intelligent, relying on your wits as well as your book smarts in order to get you through encounters and allow you to be able to cast almighty spells. A big part of playing D&D is you're going to get the most out of it to whatever you put into it. If you really believe that you are that dwarf carrying that battle axe charging into a horde of orcs, then you're going to have a lot more fun from it, and everybody at your table will remember you because of it. When D&D was first played, first developed, and first released, it was a much simpler game than what it's grown to be today. The Dungeon Master would roll all of the dice and give all of the descriptions as to the environment that happened around you. Although the game still functions in that way similarly today, there's some advancements that have been made, and some extra expenditures that have come along with it. These are miniatures. They're quite beautiful, and they add a nice aesthetic to the game you're playing. But are they really necessary to the game you're playing? It really depends on how your Dungeon Master runs the game. If he's a very tactical and very miniatures on the map, wanting to very much explain to you how far you are away from that enemy, then having miniatures is a good way to go. But it can be a very expensive endeavor. There are cheaper ways to circumvent that. Although these miniatures may not be seen as quite as beautiful, cardboard miniatures are much more accessible and can be used by many more Dungeon Masters. Now, although all these items are wonderful things and tools to help you play the game more efficiently, all you need are pencil, paper, dice, and good friends who are willing to play the game with you. We have all those things here at Well Played, and we very much encourage you to bring your own home game to come and play here. Or if you're interested in having one of our experienced Dungeon Masters run a game for you, we can accommodate as such. We now have a new option to help people do that. Welcome to the Well Played Advanced board game tables. We just had these designed for us with our new configuration of our library. They are over 6 feet long and 4 feet wide. They accommodate for massive board games, but also for excellent D&D experiences. We really encourage you to come by on any weeknight to play D&D here free of charge. We'll even be giving a drink to the Dungeon Master because we know how hard you all work out there. But we also have an interesting program for those who are looking to get into the hobby. If you reach out to us through our website, we'll be able to custom make a Dungeons & Dragons experience for you. Whether you've played before or it's your very first time, we'll have an experienced Dungeon Master create an adventure that is tailored to your specific wants and needs. Well, I hope that intro to Dungeons & Dragons has been helpful to you. There's so much more information about the game that I didn't have time to cover, but we'd be happy to tell you more about it while playing. There's a lot of resources online, but a lot of resources in the shop that we have as well. It's a very fun game, and it's enriched my life because I found out more about it. And we hope that you find more interest and passion in it as well. So please come on down. Hopefully we can get you involved in one of our events, or bring your home game by. We'd love to have you here. Happy adventuring.